Can anybody hear me?
And lastly, we would like to request that you do not use any flash photography during the performance, as this may also distract the performers. The show will begin in 5 minutes. The show will begin in 5 minutes.
I don't think you have anything to worry about, Charlie Brown. After all, science has shown that a person's character isn't really established until he's at least 5 years old.
But I am 5. I'm more than 5.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. The only thing wrong with my big brother, Charlie Brown, is his lack of confidence. His inferiority and his lack of confidence. His clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence. His stupidity, his clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence. His
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown.
You're the kind of reminder we need.
Did you know that Charlie Brown has never pitched a winning baseball game, never won a game of checkers, never kept a kite in the air, and never successfully punted a football? Sometimes I marvel at his consistency.
You have humility, nobility, and a sense
of honor that is very rare indeed.
I think Charlie Brown has nice hands.
It is truly a dog's life, filled with many challenges. You try acting excited when that round-headed kid comes home from school.
You're a prince, and a prince could be king. Now, Linus, I want you to take a good look at Charlie Brown's face. Would you please hold still a minute, Charlie Brown? I want Linus to study your face. Now, this is what you call a failure face. Notice how it has failure written all over it. Study it carefully, Linus. You rarely see such a good example. Notice the deep lines, the dull, vacant look in the eyes. Yes, I would say this is one of the finest examples of a failure face you're liable to see in a long while.
You're a good man.
You're a good man.
Some days I wake up early to watch the sunrise, and I think how beautiful it is and how my life lies before me. And I get a very positive feeling about things. Like this morning, for instance. The sky is so clear and the sun is so bright. How could anything go wrong in a day like this? I'm late!
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're the kind of reminder we need. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed. You're a good man, Charlie Brown, and we know you will go very far. Yes, it's hard to believe, almost frightening to conceive what a good man you are.
You are kind.
You are kind to all the animals and every little bird. With a heart of gold, you believe what you're told.
Every single solitary word.
You bravely face adversity, you're cheerful through the day. You are thoughtful, brave, and courteous.
And you also have some thoughts, but for the moment, let's just say
Gotta get that kite to fly, and I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily. Wonder why they stop to say,
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
never liked me anyway.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Trying not to rock the boat, not to make a scene. A good man, yes, but I confess I don't know what they mean. I want to rise like I should and do everything right, but I lie awake at night,
Never sleep.
with questions in my ear.
Loud and deep.
I want to join the dance,
Take the lead.
but the answer isn't clear. Then I hear
Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown.
You're a good man.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Get on the bus!
Get on the bus.
Go ahead, get on the bus,
Don't want to
Charlie
be
Brown.
late for school.
That's right!
don't want to be late.
Don't want to be late for school.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
There they go
You're
again.
the kind of reminder we need.
Don't know what they
You
have.
have humility,
I'm
mobility,
not
and
good.
a sense
I'm
of honor
honest
that
and
is very, very
deep.
deep.
Sweet.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
I don't
You're a
understand.
prince, and the prince could be king. With a heart such as yours, you could open any doors. You could go out and do anything. You could be King Charlie Brown. You could be
Last
king.
forever.
You could be
For good things
king.
must end.
Believe it,
I memorized that phrase by heart.
and you were born for this part.
So tell me,
You're a good
I
man.
need to know it.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
When do the good things start?
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
This is my report on the past. The past has always interested people. I must admit, however, that I don't know much about it. I wasn't here when it happened.
Lunchtime is about the worst time of the day for me. Always having to sit here alone. Of course, mornings aren't so pleasant either. Waking up and wondering if anyone is going to miss me if I never got out of bed. Then there's the night too. Lying there and thinking about all those stupid things I've done during the day. And all those hours in between, when I do all those stupid things. Well, lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. Well, I guess I better see what I've got. Peanut butter. Some psychiatrists say that people who eat peanut butter sandwiches are lonely. I guess they're right. And when you're really lonely, the peanut butter gets stuck on the roof of your mouth. Boy, the PTA sure did a good job of painting these benches. There's that cute little red-headed girl eating her lunch over there. I wonder what she would do if I went over and asked if I could sit and have lunch with her. She'd probably laugh right in my face. It's hard on a face when it gets laughed in. There's an empty space right next to her on the bench. There's no reason why I couldn't just go over and sit there, right? In fact, I can do that right now. All I gotta do is stand up. I'm standing up. I'm sitting down. I'm a coward. I'm so much of a coward, she wouldn't even think of looking at me. She hardly ever does look at me. In fact, I can't remember her ever looking at me. Why shouldn't she look at me? Is there any reason in the world why she shouldn't look at me? Is she so great and I'm so small that she can't spare one little moment? She's looking at me. She's looking at me.
No, Sally, you're thinking of that other dress. The one I wore to Lucinda's party. The one I'm talking about is the very light blue one with a design embroidered around the waist.
I don't remember.
Something like this. The skirt went out like this and had these puffy sleeves and a sash like this.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yes, well, that was the dress I was wearing last week when I met Frida. And she told me she'd seen one just like it over at...
Lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. If that cute little red-headed girl is looking at me with this stupid bag on my head, she must think I'm the biggest fool alive. But then, if she isn't looking at me, maybe I could take it off quickly and she'll never notice. On the other hand, I can't tell if she's looking at me or not until I take this bag off. But then, if I never take it off, I'll never have to know if she was looking at me or not. On the other hand, it's getting very hard to breathe in here. She isn't looking at me. I wonder why she never looks at me. Oh well. One more lunch hour over with. Only 2,863 to go. All I need is one more try. Gotta get that kite to fly. And I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily.
You're a good man.
You're a good man.
Do you know something, Schroder? I think the way you play the piano is nice. Do you know something else? It's always been my dream that I'd marry a man who plays the piano. At parties, you'd play something nice like April showers. I'm sure you could play something nice like April showers. Or even Frere Jacques. Beethoven's nice too. Just imagine, what would you think if someday you and I should get married? Wouldn't you like that if someday we two should get married? Aunt Marian was right. Never try to discuss marriage with a musician.
Happiness is a fleeting thing, Sally. And I think that a man can really come closer to it by directing the force of his life towards a single goal that he believes in. And I think that a man's personal search for happiness isn't a selfish thing either. Because by achieving happiness himself, he can help others to find it. Does that make sense to you?
We had spaghetti at our house 3 times this week.
You know, a princess sort of thing. A white dress, nice slippers, and a big ballroom. But I guess that's sort of silly, isn't it, Charlie Brown?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, we all have our little daydreams or ambitions or whatever you'd like to call them. In fact, I've had one myself for years, but I've never told anybody.
What, Charlie Brown? You can tell me.
It's not the sort of thing I should tell.
Oh, come on, please. I wouldn't tell anyone. Please.
Well, I've always wanted to be called Flash. I hate the name Charlie. I want to be real athletic and have everybody call me Flash. I want to be so good at everything.
Hey, Frida! Listen to this!
Huh? What's the matter, Sally?
Well, I don't know. I was jumping rope. Everything was all right. And suddenly, it all seemed so futile.
Beethoven was fond of taking long walks in the country. He was always inspired by the beautiful sounds of the countryside.
Give me back my ball, you blockhead! Give it! You blockhead, come back here!
Beethoven had it nice.
I think I'm losing my flavor.
Hey, Snoopy! We're home from school!
Oh, Snoopy, you're so adorable.
Okay, Snoopy. Back on your doghouse. I'll be out later with your supper.
I think Snoopy's such a wonderful dog.
Me too. He's just about the best there is.
They like me. I think they're swell. Isn't it remarkable how things turn out so well? Pleasant day, pretty sky, life goes on. Here I lie, not bad, not bad at all. Cozy home, board and bed, sturdy roof beneath my head. Not bad, not bad at all. Faithful friends, always near me. Don't scratch my ear. Little birds come to cheer me every day. Sitting here on my stomach with their sharp little claws, which are usually cold and occasionally painful. And sometimes there are so many that I can hardly stand it. Rats! Every now and then that I gotta bite someone. I know every now and then what I wanna be. A fierce jungle animal crouched on the limb of a tree. La 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 la. I stay very, very still till I slay a victim dog. I wait knowing very well every second counts. And then like the fierce jungle creature I am, I would pounce. I'd pounce! I'd pounce! Ay, 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 ay. You know, I never realized how far it was to the ground from up here. Let me see. Where was I? Oh, that's right. The pretty sky. Not bad. Not bad at all. Cozy home. Board and bed. Sturdy roof. Beneath my head. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. Not bad at all. I wonder if it'll snow tonight.
I think I'll walk right up to that little red-headed girl and introduce myself. I think I'll introduce myself, then I'll ask her to come over here and sit next to me. I think I'll ask her to sit by me, then I'll tell her how much I've always admired her. I think I'll flap my arms and fly to the moon.
I was a dog. Today, I'm a dog. Tomorrow, I'll probably still be a dog. There's just so little hope for advancement.
Today is April Fool's Day, Charlie Brown. I think I'll play a little trick on you. I think I'll try a little trick. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? You understand this is April Fool's Day? You sure? I want to be certain you understand. Okay? Hey, Charlie Brown, guess what? That little red-haired girl is over there and she wants to give you a hug and kiss.
Really? Wow, this is fantastic!
April Fool! Just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Snoopy, do you see this stick? I, the human being, will throw the stick, and you, the dog, will retrieve it.
I, the dog, could not be less interested.
I got it! I got it! going to keep it. This is just the start you need to help you break this disgusting habit.
Apparently, you haven't read the latest scientific reports. A blanket is as important to a child as a hobby is to an adult. Many a man spends his time restoring antique automobiles, or building model trains, or collecting old telephones, or even studying about the Civil War. This is called playing with the past.
Really?
Certainly. And this is good, for it helps these men cope with their everyday problems. Now, I see it as going to be absolutely necessary for me to get my blanket back. So I'm just going to give it a good yank. It's surprising what you can accomplish with a little smooth talking and some fast action. Delightful.